show my wrist, never show me crunch time. Cause I ain't never let it come to that one time.
Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video. My name is Qasim, I'm an 18-year-old entrepreneur from the UK. And
my name is Jerome, the only Jerome in the world. Google it.
So yeah, today we're going to be covering kind of a video where I kind of go over how to kind of run a six-figure business while being in school or being a student in general. So either high school or university. So we've got two of the best examples here. I'm still in high school running an agency that's making over 30k a month, and Jerome's over here and still in the last year of university running his agency too. So there's a few things I want to cover in this video. So three main things. So first of all is how to structure your day properly when you're in school as well as trying to build a business. Number two is your mindset, how to kind of approach your mindset and your work while you're still at university or school. Number three is how to work smarter and not harder. This is something that we both do. So before we get into it, of course, go down, like, subscribe, also subscribe to Jerome too, as well as myself, and follow us check us out on Instagram. So number one is how to structure your day. So this is a concept that I kind of thought about around about 4 months ago while I was in school, still in high school, studying for the end of year exams. And it's kind of living 2 days in 1 day. So what that kind of means is you have normally your day that you can't negotiate with is your school day. So that was for me it was 9 to 4 p.m. was my school day. I couldn't negotiate with it, can't do anything about it, I can't change it in any way. So that was kind of my first day in a sense, something that I can't change anything about. I didn't have any control over. But the second day is from 4 p.m. till around 8 to 9 p.m. That's when I was with myself. I had control over that time. So that I almost like counted that as my second day within 1 day. So the way I approach this kind of concept of having 2 days within 1 day is that you can't negotiate with the first part of the day, so you just go there, get it done, give your best when you're there. But when you get back home, that's when you have control over your day. So have a cold shower. You kind of start with your morning and nighttime routines, but you have like a new morning routine when you come back from that first day. So number two is the mindset, kind of how to have the right mindset when approaching your work. So do you want to have a talk about that?
Definitely. So before we get into the mindset, I definitely agree with structuring your day, as this ties into the mindset. As if you don't have a plan, if you don't know what you're doing when you sit at your desk, when you're done with school, when you're done with uni, and you want to start working on your business, you're not able to move the needle forward. And that is what you need, because you really need solid plan, action steps, and you need to hold yourself accountable. And that's why you also need to be in touch with people. That's how me and Qasim met.
Exactly.
Literally, we held each other accountable, made sure that we hit our daily outreach figures, our tasks that need to be done, because it's really helped motivate myself, and I'm sure we motivate each other to get the job done at the end of the day. Now, in terms of mindset, what you really need to do with your business is not to be emotionally attached to the results.
Exactly.
You won't be signing your first client in like 30 days or whatever. You could, but the thing is, it's all down to you hitting the consistent numbers, just turning up. Because if you don't turn up, if you don't take any action with a solid strategy, a solid plan, then how can you expect to achieve these goals? And with regards to mindset, it's not about watching all these motivational videos and motivational quotes and reading all these self-help books. It can only do so much. It's all about action, action, action. And I love mindset, and my mindset is taking action over just the airy-fairy law of attraction stuff. Like, it is true, but you have to pair that with action. So
yeah, we see this a lot in all the communities that we're in. We see some people where they just kind of get attached to an emotion to these small little useless tasks within the agency or running any business. And they use the excuse of them being in school or being in universities or having a full-time job. They use that plus that their emotion that they're attaching to these small tasks and small little things within their business. They use that as an excuse to kind of give up and just quit and just say, I'm taking a bit of time out and I'll do it in a couple of months when I'm finished with this, all this kind of stuff. So it's all linked to the same thing. You don't actually have any excuses when it comes to running a business while at school or while having a job. It really just there's no excuse when it comes to moving forward. It's really just how you use your time and how you approach your work. Because obviously you have a little bit of a different approach compared to somebody who isn't at school, who doesn't have a full-time job or a full-time commitment other than their business. And you kind of have to be a bit smarter, and you have to kind of change the way you think. I'd say set a smaller amount than everybody else is doing, but just if you do it more consistently every single day, you're going to be doing far more, and you're going to well, a lot quicker than everybody else is, even if they don't have full-time jobs or school or university. Number 3, so that's mindset. So mindset is extremely important, as well as how to structure your day. Number 3 is how to work smarter but not harder. This is an extremely important concept. One that I think I can kind of attribute the majority of my early success to. Because like I said, like I don't. If you look at me, especially if you looked at me before, maybe before it's a bit different, but especially if you look at me now, I don't look like I run a business that's making 30k a month or more than that. You know what I mean? Like you'll see me, like even though we are in the office now, in a London office, we are working. If I wasn't in my office, I barely do like many hours of work, maybe like 3-4 max a day, if that. And the majority of that is calls that I have to go to. So yeah, it's about working smarter and kind of setting yourself up in a way that you don't have to put in day and night work. That's something that you always get told by these gurus or motivational videos. You know, you don't stop working, work day and night. Yeah, you're gonna have to give up all your sleep to be able to be successful. You have to give up all your sleep in your youth, and then you can sleep later on in your life. All that's like a load of rubbish. But what it comes down to is just working smarter and not harder. People who work smarter will 9 times out of 10 go further than people who just work hard and burn themselves out. So to go into kind of how to work smarter. First of all, it's like I said before, planning out your day the night before or the day before. So I talked about this earlier on in the video, when I'm talking about when you have these like set out time after your school, university, or your work. When you have that time, you're not going into that time and then just thinking, oh, what am I doing now? You don't just do like pointless tasks that don't really move the boat forward or the needle forward. You don't do just like kind of stuff that doesn't actually move the boat forward and make you money or anything like that. So the way you counteract that and don't let that happen is the day before you plan out exactly what needs to be done. You create a checklist or a to-do list of exactly in this work block I'm going to accomplish this and this and this, and in the next work block I'm going to be working on this and this. So you know that if when you've ticked that task off, that you've actually got something done. You're not just going into your work block saying, for example, if you run an agency, you're not just going to come in and say, yeah, I'm going to do some outreach. Like there's no specificity or detail to that. Like you have to say, I'm going to shoot exactly 10 looms for these exact 10 prospects and send these at this exact time. It gives you a lot more accountability than just saying, I'm going to do some outreach. You know what I mean? So yeah, what do you think about that?
Definitely, I agree that you need to go to war with a plan. And I keep saying you need a plan, because you do. If you fail to plan, prepare to fail. Exactly. Yeah, so the thing is, if, for example, you're a student like me and Qasim, we have very limited time and we need to be as efficient as possible with the time that we have. And if we're unable to bang out, let's say the specific goals that we want to achieve by the end of the work block session, we're not moving anywhere in any direction. And at the end of the day, you see all these people on Instagram that might be putting like, oh yeah, they're doing work. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I do that as well, but I genuinely get work done. And some other people are just there, like on their phones, like replying to emails. That's not work.
It's not real
work is building systems, SOPs, which is standard order procedures, and just actually making moves. And the people that make the biggest moves out there are the ones that actually don't necessarily always post. I mean, they still do, but like you always have to think to yourself, okay, what's gonna add that 1% to my progress? Because you've got to look at it as a progress bar. And like, if you're doing tasks that don't move you along the progress bar, then what's the point in doing it? Get work done. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 30, because you won't get anywhere. So yeah, that's it from me. And
the last thing I want to talk about is something that is more orientated towards business, and it's less about kind of doing work. It's more about, this is something really valuable when it comes to actually building any business, and it's to kind of set up systems and hire the right team to be able to delegate your tasks. So something that I'm really proud of in my business is that from a very, very early age of the business, I've been able to kind of hire the right people and be able to delegate all of my tasks, so that very early on I can say that all of my tasks and all of my day-to-day work was delegated already. And when I say delegated, it's delegated to the point where the people who are doing the work are literally clones of myself. So the way I manage this could be a whole video in itself, and I probably will make a video about this. But I hired different people that thought I could work with long term, and then I trained them up exactly in the task that I want them to do. The busy work tasks, the stuff that you don't really enjoy and you don't necessarily need to do because they can be replicated by somebody else. So I made like sort of trainings, I built systems, I built all these systems, built all these trainings, courses to be able to train people in my team to be able to be pretty much clones of myself. So they're doing those tasks the exact same way I would, and I just carried on doing that. That was the biggest thing that I did in my business. Probably one of the biggest reasons I was able to scale so quickly. It's because that when I did work, I was only doing the work that really moved the boat forward, and everything else was already being handled by somebody in my team. And that's just, and then as you progress, you can begin to delegate more important tasks to the right people, pay more, and that means pretty much every task within your business is being done the same way you would, but it's not being done by yourself. So that pretty much ends up that your agency is now automated or your business is automated.
If you're a student,
100%.
make sure you don't use that as an excuse to not start your business. It's the best decision I've made, that we've made. So
and you'll get told by everybody around you to just focus on school, focus on university, focus on your studies. When that's done, you can then start off in your business. But that's one of the main reasons why I'd keep it. When you start a business, especially when you're in school, I'd keep it to yourself. Keep it private. Don't go out and kind of say that I'm not doing schoolwork because I'm doing my business. Just keep it to yourself. Keep everything private. Have these private victories where you're just accomplishing things yourself. Because when you don't, that's when other people start to judge. So they start to say things like, why are you doing this? Just focus on school. When you have that done, then you can start. It's 100% something that I recommend anybody. If you have any sort of passion towards business, you want to start a business, just find the right business model for you, which is what I would recommend. Is both of us would recommend is an agency business model, and then stick to it, keep it private, work on it, be consistent, and then you'll smash it eventually. Just keep the right mindset and everything that we've talked about, and you will smash it eventually.
Without a doubt.
100%. Alright guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, check out Grove's channel as well. He's been posting as well as our IG, so you can keep up with us and our lives. But yeah, apart from that, see you soon. Love.
Take care. Peace.